Okay, well, I'm on my way to work. Let's see, it's Thursday, October 24th. Oh, just driving by the Pentagon, if you can see the Pentagon. I just wanted to say a couple things about the election and, well, just mainly the people. The two sides. The left and the right. And I'm just so tired of the division and the way that nobody seems to care to put a stop to it, to not even try. It infuriates me. I think that whoever wins, we're all gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay. I mean, I know a lot of people think if Trump wins that it's like the end of democracy and he's gonna, enforce Christian nationalism. But guys, when you hear something that's too juicy and too hard to believe, you gotta look more into it. And that's what drives me crazy about the media. This all comes back to the media. The left-wing media, I mean, the right's not perfect either, but the left is 1,000 times worse. And I feel like I'm a good person to say that and think that, because I used to despise Trump and I used to be on that side of things. But it wasn't until 2020, in all of the BLM riots and how I saw the left and, Democratic politicians all being totally fine with the violence. They're like championing it. It's totally fine. And I just could not believe that anyone was supporting it and being okay with it. Could not believe it. So I started listening to other people that, that also felt that way. I started listening to them more and more and just realizing that I agreed with a lot of what they had to say, when I would have never thought I would have agreed with a conservative before, never in my wildest dreams. But the more I listened to them, the more I was like, man, I agree with a lot of what these people are saying. And that's when I kind of made the switch. I mean, I'm not like a hardcore anything, but I feel like I can see how evil and dividing left-wing media is. And it's so sad. I mean, this is my main thing. When like pundits on CNN or whatever, when anyone talks about what they believe a Trump supporter is, or what they believe, it's such BS, and people believe it. It's like they just talk about how racist all the supporters of Trump are, and they just keep repeating that line, all these lines, misogynist, whatever, they're in a cult, all those things. They have no right to say what anybody else believes. How can they say that? Everyone thinks a Trump supporter must worship Trump and, believe he's their savior and he's perfect and he speaks nothing but truth. You can't speak for anybody. And most Trump supporters that I hear and know, and I listen to a lot of them, I listen to people on both sides, I really do. But no Trump supporter that I've ever heard speak thinks he's perfect. They all know he has his flaws. Nobody believes he's perfect. You cannot say what anyone else believes. And I don't know why people think they can, and they say it like it's a fact. They say it like it's a fact, and it's like, what? How? You don't even speak to them. You have no clue what they believe. And it just divides us. I thought we wanted the division to end. And it's like the people on the media, shame on them, because they actually have the power to unite us. They have the power to do that, but instead they use it to absolutely divide us. It's so evil, honestly. It's just evil. Okay. It would be so great if people could have more open discussions and both parties just be civil and open-minded. Like, I'm sure both parties would go into it having preconceived notions, but we have to stop that. We have to stop that. So I don't think that if Trump wins, it's the end of democracy. I don't think he's gonna dismantle the Constitution. There's not gonna be a nation abortion ban, whatever. Like, it's just all lies to scare you and divide us. And just don't let fear win. Don't let fear win. As my sister was saying the other day, be grounded in who you are and your life. Don't let him affect you. Like, if he wins, I say just don't pay attention. I mean, I don't know if that's smart or not, but just don't pay attention to it. If he wins, the media is going to be still insane with trying to scare you and believe all these horrible things about him and edit the footage to where he said this one thing that, makes him look bad, but it was completely taken out of context. Like the whole, like he's gonna send out military troops or whatever for anyone who didn't vote for him. Another ridiculous lie. He was talking about if he wins and people from the left get violent and crazy, then that's when he would have to do something about it. He wasn't talking about every single person. I mean, that's just so ridiculous that people would even think that. I'm sorry. It just is. That might be it. So, that might be it. It's gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay. Let's just stop the division. Let's talk to each other in a civil way. Enough of the hate. There's so much hate and misunderstanding. Stop believing everything you hear. Just stop. Just talk to each other. Get the full context, please. All right. And I'm not saying I, know everything about what Trump may or may not do. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything 100% for sure. But, I mean, like I said, I do listen to a lot. I listen to Trump's full speeches, and I listen to Kamala's full interviews, because a lot of the times, like when I watch, just a show, they will edit like the most ridiculous things she says and focus on that. So I do watch the whole thing. So I feel like I'm a pretty good judge on both candidates. And and I tell myself, if she wins, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I just hope we can get out of these wars and close up this border. Honestly, those are like probably the two biggest issues of mine. Okay.